Look at that. That's so cool. I just like the way the lights light up. It's pretty. Check this out. The screen. You can zoom in on the screen here. It's see-through. See that? You can see the box underneath it. That is nutty like the professor. What's up? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. This is the Sony Ericsson Xperia Pureness. This is a prototype that Sony Ericsson was kind enough to send me because I went on a TV show recently to talk cell phones, and I said to him, "You have anything new? You want me to take on the TV set?" And they were like, "Yeah, check out the Pureness." And I have to admit, when I first saw this one rendered online, I was like, I don't know, it looks kind of weird. But in person, there's just something really cool about it. Maybe I'm just kind of been overwhelmed lately by all the touchscreen smartphones that can do all that stuff. I love them. They're great. But, it's kind of cool to see something a little bit different. And there's just something about this that's just kind of neat. It's small. It's a small candy bar phone. Pretty basic in terms of the layout and everything. But this unique look, and then the screen with, the see-through plastic that lights up and everything. Just kind of neat. And it's a grayscale display, but it's got the nifty flash-based wallpapers, animated wallpapers. So there's, a 3D clock, and you can even see it from the back there. It's reversed and everything, and it's just kind of cool. And it's interesting because this device, so this is, like I said, a prototype. It'll actually be out in the U.S. before Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving. So Sony Ericsson tells me this phone will be available in the U.S. Around Thanksgiving time. I don't know if that means on a carrier or just direct through Sony Style or what. We'll stay tuned for that. And it's actually, a semi-full-featured phone for a non-smartphone. It's got kind of the familiar Sony Ericsson interface, but in grayscale. So you've got your shortcut menu there. And it's got, kind of a 4-button D-pad. It's kind of hard to see on the camera as I'm shooting it. Oh, it's got a neat little halo glow around it. But it's actually pretty easy to read in person. You've got your shortcuts, all those different apps and everything. You've got a music player that when you go into it, I guess I hit the wrong button there. Let's go to music. There we go. So you can actually see cover art and stuff. It's in grayscale, but you can see cover art. And the music, the music player's functional and everything. It also has a web browser, which is pretty funny. The web browser is kind of hard to use, actually, depending on what you're looking at. But I went to, where is it? Entertainment, Internet. So here's the web browser. There's the Sony Ericsson page, and you can Google search. And go to history. I think I looked at ESPN the other day, yeah. And it was pretty hard to read. I've got this hooked up on T-Mobile right now. That does not mean it's coming to T-Mobile. I don't know, what, if any, carrier it's coming to. But this is a GSM phone. It's a prototype. So here's a Google search result. And, you're not going to want to do a lot of heavy web browsing on it. But the phone actually is functional. You can do your messaging. It's got an email client. It's got the web browser, as you can see. It's loading up the ESPN mobile homepage pretty faithfully, even though it's kind of difficult to read on the grayscale. But yeah, you're not buying this phone because you want all the features. You're buying it because you're like James Bond, and or Q, I guess, right? Q is the woman director, female director in the James Bond thing of the British spy agency. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? You're buying it for the style factor, the uniqueness, the look of it, and not everybody wants a phone that has a full-on web browser and all that stuff. This is nice and thin, pocketable. Definitely is going to be eye-catching when you pull it out of your pocket. And, like I said, has some features. It also has, where is it? It's got Pac-Man. I mean, seriously, come on. What else do you want? A phone that looks like this and has Pac-Man on it? Look at that. Pac-Man. Sweet. No specs on the device, but on the front you've got your screen, obviously grayscale, and then you've got 2 soft keys, a D-pad. It's not actually a joystick in the middle. At first I thought it was. That's a button in the middle. You've got 4 buttons around it. You've got that shortcuts menu button. You've got the clear button, call, cancel buttons. And then you've got a standard 12-button dialing layout there. On the left side here, you've got your minus button for volume. On the right side, your plus button for volume. On the back, you've got the power button there. On top, there's just a little indicator kind of thing. And then on the side, you've got your Fastport, proprietary Fastport. And then the other side, your SIM card slot. So actually, you don't pull the back off to get to the SIM card. The SIM card's right there. So I assume this is pretty close, if not actually what the final hardware will look like. But, there you go. And again, just the nifty, we'll do this again because it's just so pleasing. You press it, the lights come up kind of in sequence there, and the glow. And I don't know, I'm just, again, it may just be because it's a breath of fresh air in this world of touchscreen, super high function, always connected phones. But something about this I just kind of dig. Very cool. If I was, like I said, I think I tweeted if I was a male model, this is the phone I would carry. But something neat about it. So there you go, the Sony Ericsson Xperia Pureness. One of their new Xperia phones. The X1 came out already, and the X2, the X3 or X10 or whatever it's going to be called, an Android phone. They're going to be revealing that on, I think it was November 3rd, November 2nd, November 3rd, something like that. Whatever it is, we'll have it for you. And when this one actually hits the US, we'll let you know. But first look at the Xperia Pureness prototype form with that neato see-through screen. There you go. Thanks to Sony Ericsson for loaning us this one. And you can check out the TV appearance where I talked about this, CBS Bay 5, or CBS5.com. CBS Channel 5 out here in San Francisco is on their show called Bay Sunday, so you can check that out as well. Till next time, thanks for watching. I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com, and I'm gonna go put on a suit, some dark sunglasses, and take that with me. We'll see you later.